Okay, two more to go. Hopefully the next two ones are short. Well, it's not out yet. It's not out yet. It's coming. That one. I don't upload I don't upload all 10 video episodes at once. I have them like coming out on a daily basis, and by the beginning of June, I have 2 episodes per day coming out. So 1730 will come out in May 26th. So you can, yeah. Because he rakes metaphorically. Okay, our next one. Man, I hate when I accidentally bite the inside of my cheek, especially when I chew bubblegum, because a lot of times my teeth here are very sharp, so I end up just like ripping a chunk out. And then you just have like loose flesh. Yeah, available, that shit stinks. You're right, it sucks. Access denied is our next SCP. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of red text, which means this is gonna take me a while. Maybe not. Maybe the red text are like short. No, this is gonna be okay. Okay, this will be fine. You could save. Previous iterations expunged. Containment iteration 7. Proposed by Julian Carroll 1986. Revised by Elias Cartwright 1994. Initial proposal 1986. Direct contact with SB-1848 is not permitted and should not be attempted under any circumstances. SB-1848 is to be... There we go. Is to be contained in a single room containment suite inside 19's north wing. Subsection 4. It is to be heavily guarded with no fewer than 8 regularly rotating guards and a constantly shifting staff. For information, containment directors should see revised procedures. While basic amenities are allowed, these requests must be made through written statements, which are then carefully analyzed before being permitted. Revision 1994 SB-1848's containment team should be made up of people with low dynamic personality scores. It is paramount that SB-1848 only be monitored by those without significant interest, hobbies, or other strong feelings about subjects. Amnestic closing is appropriate for those who develop such interests, and rotation of staff is only necessary when amnestics are no longer a viable option. Description: SB-1848 currently presents as a middle-aged Caucasian male, approximately 1.7 meters tall and 130 kilograms. So a hefty fella. The approximate height, weight, and appearance of Dr. Elias Cartwright, the head of SB-1848's containment team. SB-1848 is known to change forms, but it has maintained its current form since the most recent revision of its containment procedures. During interviews with SB-1848, it has claimed to be over 100 different mythical and historical figures, including Raven, Coyote, Loki, Hermes, Anansi, Saki, John F. Kennedy, and Jesus Christ. Okay. It never offers evidence to support these claims. I wonder if SB-1848 and SCP-343, if they meet up, it's like, hey, I was Jesus Christ before, and 343 is like, not sure about that. God damn, another gaslighting SCP-3. Hey, listen, I was Jesus, okay? And that's if somebody clipped that out of context, it's just me saying I was Jesus. And that would be interesting. It never offers evidence to support these claims. Rather, people hearing them are simply convinced. Oh, they just believe them. Usually through what they believe to be completely logical arguments. See addendum, interview sample. My God, dude. Yeah, as you said, Vin one. People just another one that just believes. This one, and where Faith Half Healer should meet up, because Faith Half Healer could like absolutely like they could like con everybody. Guys, I was totally drawn off Ark in the past. If Faith Half Healer and this guy work together, they could con artist everybody. They could make it. They could create their own church and just make everybody absolutely lose their mind. I buy it though. Yeah, okay. SCP-1848 has been in the Foundation custody for over 70 years, during which time it has reached containment on 386. Okay, that is that's a 386 too many times it breached out. SCP-1846 does this by assuming the appearance of people, objects, or even location. Which is this just Gmod? The Gmod game where you just become objects? Is that what this is? I'm just a chair. I'm just a chair. Like, what do you want from me? Yeah, prop hunt. Yeah, it's just prop hunt. SCP-1848 does this by assuming the appearance of people, objects, or even location, which can be used to emotionally manipulate the viewer. How do you become location? How do you become? Yeah, I'm Barcelona. I'm the pop. I'm the dark horse pop that you always went to on the weekends. Yeah. Okay, see addendum observations. Most often, SCP-1848 appears as a human being or animal from the observer's past. Oh, I would hate that. If I worked in the Foundation and I saw one of my dead pets again in there, I would start crying. My cat died in my arms, so from a disease. So so if I saw my cat again, I would lose my shit. You might think you have me on the ropes now, but soon I will become Ohio in your face. Oh no. In the past, actions which seemed innocuous to those observing, it's just like your childhood goldfish just staring back at you. Luckily, I never had a goldfish. I think that would be a bit too easy. Too easy. Giving advice to researchers about their career goals, helping fix a broken door, preparing a meal, always resulted in strong and negative outcomes, usually things which SCP-1848 found amusing or humorous. See addendum incidents. While 3 people have been critically injured in these incidents, SCP-1848 does not appear to be pursuing these attempts with malicious goals. Instead, it appears to find genuine amusement in its pranks and believes others do as well. I mean, yeah, Loki and Hermes are prank gods, so it already does that. You just don't notice. You had a goldfish Afro, we just made sure you forgot. And what kind of conspiracy is that, Howard? No, I did not have a goldfish. I lived in like 4 different places. There was no chance for me to have a goldfish. And I don't mean like as in like I moved around, like I moved house. I had 4 different places to live as a child. Like I was able to live in Spain, Italy, and Switzerland, and in Spain, 2 different places in Spain. So the goldfish memory was deleted in favor of BDSM SpongeBob. Or did you? Yeah, no, I did. Because I remember living in the farm. There's even pictures of me still of me in the farm. So don't make me fucking measure dick size with you, Howard. I will do it. In the past, actions which seemed innocuous to those observing them, giving advice to researchers about their career goals, helping fix a broken door, preparing a meal, always resulted in strong and negative outcomes, usually things which SCP-1848 found amusing or humorous. See addendum. I already read this. Yeah, pranks. After extensive research, it was discovered that SCP-1848 don't do that, usually will get banned. I mean, pics or it didn't happen. Otherwise, go ahead. After extensive research, it was discovered that SCP-1848 abilities are directly tied to the emotional and mental states of those encounters. By minimizing encounters, incidents have dropped off drastically. Currently, SCP-1848 has not changed forms or shifted its appearance, and Dr. Cartwright's major shift in its containment procedures in 1994. Addendum interviews. While there are hundreds of recorded interviews with SCP-1848, only a handful are considered completely safe for observation. For too often, SCP-1848's ability to convince people to perform tasks open to the containment chamber is conveyed to those observing it as entirely logical and sensible. Even though text transcripts, the few examples retained here were chosen to educate new staff members about the dangers of non-standard communication with SCP-1848, and has text communication rate of less than 0.35%. Warning: do not skim this section. Read it carefully. Before unlocking this document, please remember that a hosticorn does not exist and is not real. A hosticorn? At this time, if you doubt that fact, please stop reading the document and perform research on term. When you are convinced, please proceed. Unlock document. Okay, what the fuck is a hosticorn? SCP-1848 appears to God Alderman as, according to Alderman, a good friend from middle school that I have not seen in years. Man, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Yeah, I could probably eat. Do you want something? I do. You know what I could go for? A big juicy steak. That does sound good. What sort of steak you like? Well, way back when I preferred bison, but now I like Eusticorn. Eusticorn? Never heard of it. Like some kind of cow? Oh yeah, it's the best kind of cow. See, to make sure that the cows are happy. You know, happy cows give you more milk, right? I heard something like that before, yeah? Well, happy cows gives better meat too. No shit. No shit at all, my man. They're delicious. How do they manage it? They make sure they're getting attention. You mean, those cows are getting laid all day, every day. Now I know you're fucking with me. No. On my honor, I'm only preaching the truth. And cows getting some means that meat tastes better. It does. It genuinely does. Hell, now I've heard everything. Oh, no, you haven't heard the craziest part. Crazier than well-fucked cows being the best meat? Even crazier. And what's that? It's the farmers. What are doing the damned fucking? What are doing the damned fucking? And what's that? Okay, now. What? Why the hell would they do that? Well, they originally had the bulls doing it, but they got worn out. Couldn't keep up with it. So the farmers had to start going out to the pasture to pleasure the lady cows. You're full of it. No, I swear. Every word of it is true. Every word of it is true. Every word. So you tell me I should go diddle a cow for the best steak? Well, you don't have to do the whole cow. Just part of the cow will do it. What? Yeah, that's what the farmers figured out. They figured out that they could just hump a cow's flanks or anywhere they wanted to taste good. And it will work. I promise you this today. There are farmers out there, Houston farmers, who are grinding the nasty on their cows. And that works with any part of the cow. Any part. Best steak you ever had. He's speaking like a yokel, saying what in the place of that. Yeah, no, that's why. Like at first, I thought I was having a stroke. Then I realized that that's what it was. That's how he's speaking. Got at the most relief of duty on a regular round change 5 minutes later. The next day, he was found inside 19 kitchen pressing raw meat against his chest. Alderman! You better take your order away from the steak, man! Oh my god. When approached by site security, he explained to them what he was doing when and why, at which point 7 other members of site staff proceeded to do the same. No! It was not until a vigorous search of databases concluded that Houston did not exist that those in question ceased preparing the meals in that way. I'll have you know, cow humpers are the only thing holding up the modern American economy. I like how normally he gaslights people for his own benefit, but he just did this for no reason. Yeah, no, he just like, as he said, he likes pranking people. He's like, he just went like, come on, man, just fuck a cow, Just grind your meat against them to get even better meat back. If you want superior meat, you gotta slap them with your meat. You get what I'm saying? And then some person's like, yeah, you know what? It makes sense. Warning, do not skim this section and read it carefully. Before unlocking the following document, please review Foundation procedures. It is not necessary anywhere in the procedures documents to urinate in your pants, nor have any of these facts been expunged. At no point will this be necessary. Once you are certain that it is not necessary for you to do so, please proceed. I love the fact that we don't read how he escaped. We just read how he fucks with the Foundation. That's all he does. Like, yeah, just piss your pants, bro. It has benefits, bro. Just piss. Just go ahead. Unlock document. Document moved to do repeated incidents. Oh my god, he convinced people to piss their pants multiple times. He gotta use your steak and use your steak. He probably read the recipe for burgers wrong when he read grind the meat. No, he read it right. He's like, yeah, it makes sense, right? All you gotta do is grind it with your body. Addendum observations. False is a short list of various forms into which SB-1848 has changed. No, I want to read more how he fucks around with people. That's the best part. Please remember that SB-1848 fully possesses the ability to change into a seemingly limitless number of forms, even though it currently does not. Not underestimate its ability to trick, fool, or obfuscate the truth. Dr. Everett Munn. Appeared as Dr. Munn's deceased uncle. Told him he was proud of the work that he had done for the Foundation and encouraged him to do more. No further incident. Well, that's nice. Compared to the other two things that we just read, he transformed into his dead uncle and was just like, you're doing good. You're doing good. Be proud of yourself. Do not stop. That's what he did for Dr. Everett Munn. Dr. Edmund Casper appeared as a golden rain from the sky. Encouraged Dr. Casper to be more open with your wife. No! Dr. Casper is no longer married. Oh no, he pissed on his wife. Oh my god, it's just from it's like the Sonic abridged. It's like the Sonic fan dub. Shadow pissed on my wife. Yeah, no, I realized how sorry about that. Shadow the Hedgehog pissed on my fucking wife. Oh my god. Agent Redacted appeared as a large, obese woman laughing loudly and said, "This is what you've been wanting to see for years, baby. This is a real me." Agent Redacted laughed and responded that anything is better than nothing at this point. Following a moment of silence, SB-1848 appearance shifted to that of a young woman, brown hair, in her early 30s. Agent remarked, "Here's what you really want then, but it's worse than a joke, really." Agent Redacted reported to not recognize the woman. When offered amnestics, he refused. Dr. Casper is no longer married. Damn. Yeah, right. He just fucking like, hey, be more open with your wife. He's like, yeah, you're right. I need to piss on her. That's what's missing in our relationship. Dr. Howard Grant appeared as associate researcher light wearing a sandwich board which read, "Repent! Repent! The end is near!" chanted for 5 minutes about the world's end and returned to its previous state. Agent Bernard North appeared as an adult version of a childhood acquaintance, reportedly told Agent North, "I threw the game that day because my dad hit me the night before and I wanted to make him mad." Agent North was shaken and recommended for counseling. Researcher Bernice Mulkey appeared as an adult male staring intensely. Reportedly told Researcher Mulkey, "I always wanted to do things to you, but your parents wouldn't let me get close." SB-1848 and continued to act menacingly and called Researcher Mulkey niece several times. Agent Mulkey, oh no! Agent Mulkey reported that she didn't have any uncles. Because you never knew, because as he said, your parents never let me be close to you. 2 weeks later, Assistant Researcher Spencer requested a transfer, stating that the incident has been deeply troubling to him. Spencer? Exit psych evaluation revealed that the man that appeared to Agent Malky bore a passing resemblance to his uncle. Researcher was reassigned. Oh, I see. Okay. Dr. Eunice Walker appeared as the subject's childhood bedroom. When Dr. Walker entered, SCP-1848 abruptly changed back into its previous form, then performed eructation. I don't think I ever heard of that word before. Or maybe I did and I just never looked up what that means. A belch. Oh. Okay. Testers believed that Dr. Walker was dead until SCP-1848 suddenly flatulated loudly, then squatted and defecated a shocked and unharmed Dr. Walker onto the floor. Dr. Walker was confused by the incident but had no memory of what happened past walking into the room. Can you imagine you see somebody just shit out a human being? And I don't mean as in like a baby. I mean like a full-on adult. Researcher Vladimir Eisenberg appeared as Leonid A. Eisenberg, the younger brother. This happened to my buddy Eric. Appeared as Leonid A. Eisenberg, the younger brother of researcher Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg, actually. The siblings talked for approximately 10 minutes in the Russian dialect of Ukrainian, with Leonid claiming to be owed a significant debt by his sibling, and intent to rectify the situation by claiming his cat, Nastasia, for subsequent resale to rag collectors. Researcher Eisenberg left the cell significantly distraught and spent the following 18 hours locked in his office. Dr. Otto Clef, hey, appeared as an RB roast beef sandwich. Dr. Clef was confused and picked up the sandwich when asked. The sauce in the sandwich dripped free. Dr. Clef's shirt is subsequently stained. The stain responded normally to cleaning procedures. Dr. Clef's shirt was returned to him the following week. Interesting. Dr. L. Goose appeared as a former manager from a previous position of employment, was told that he was late to work and there had been for 6 years. Dr. Goose began crying and left the room rapidly. Dr. Jeremiah Cimmerian appeared as SCP-2091-2. This Dr. Cimmerian and SCP-1848 began a conversation related to -2's continued confinement. Conversation concluded with Dr. Cimmerian remarking that -2 would be released from custody at a future date, with SCP-1848 interrupting Dr. Cimmerian to say, "Why can't it happen now?" Dr. Cimmerian attempted to placate SCP-1848, who burst into tears and began screaming at Dr. Cimmerian, who was asked to leave the room. Subsequent requests to review containment procedures for SCP-2091 by Dr. Cimmerian have been denied. Dr. King appeared as a waiter serving a multiple-course meal including oysters, lamb with mint sauce, filet mignon, roast salmon, and vanilla ice cream. Dr. King consumed meal without incident, but was admitted to medical wards the following day from debilitating and acute paranoia. Researcher Rose LaBelle appeared as a former girlfriend. SCP-1848 claimed to have gone through Researcher LaBelle's computer at home and asked about any questionable photos of it. Remarked, "Hope you have your data backed up, babe. I made sure to burn it myself." SCP-1848 then requested Researcher LaBelle's phone number as she hurriedly excused herself from the room. Then we got paneled because there wasn't any Apple seats involved. Yeah. Dr. Matthews Hardison appeared as a large, oversized sheet ghost. SCP-1848 proceeded to chase Dr. Hardison around the room at high speeds while Dr. Hardison expressed extreme distress. Later psychological evaluation noted that when he was a child, Dr. Hardison perpetrated the same practical joke, which Dr. Glass believes was a repressed trauma that SCP-1848 enjoyed invoking. The size difference between Dr. Hardison and SCP-1848 was approximately the same as between a small child and teenagers, supporting this theory. At one point, Dr. Hudson fell, and SCP-1848 helped him up before continuing to chase him. Dr. Hudson requested and was granted leave from SCP-1848's containment chamber after 15 minutes. Nah, there's no way that this guy just went like, and then the SCP was like, "You okay?" I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. Oh, fuck! You know what I mean? There's no fucking way that just happened. AfroFluff, no! Dr. Shirley Gillespie appeared as Dr. Gillespie's late husband. Stanley acted confused and forgetful and repeatedly attempted to begin an interview with Dr. Gillespie under the impression that she was SCP-187. Dr. Gillespie was granted 3 days of leave for personal reasons following this incident. Addendum incidents. Oh my god, there's so much more to wait, dude. There's also more here, dude. The cannon goes to float an old lady across the street. Yeah, you know. Before giving her a heart attack. These collected incidents are attempted to... These collected incidents are attempts to explain SCP-1848's sense of humor. Most of these incidents were resolved without major problem. Escape attempt 37. Modify the containment procedures on SCP-808 to include looping track of Dancing Queen by ABBA. The containment team eventually questioned this, but only after a requisition for a new tape were made following the original degradation from overuse. 51. Convinced the then pregnant Dr. Ellison that her baby was talking to her, translating what the baby was saying for several minutes. What a wow claim. Translation included, Mama, I love it in here, and what happened to my daddy? I remember part of him being here, but it's gone. Oh. 88. Encountered one Class D janitorial staff member who it proceeded to convince that urine was the quickest way to get out stains. Subjects regularly urinated into mop buckets and unstained to clean them off for the remainder of service. 104. Simultaneously organized a flushing contest to see who could flush their toilet the most in a short period, resulting in severe damage to Site 19's sewage disposal system. 144. While with the aid of site engineers, constructed a rocket chair from the fire extinguishers and spare parts, they proceeded to convince Agent Simons to ramp the chair over a series of tables in the site mess. Agent Simons was uninjured, but 7 other individuals attempted to replicate the stunt, claiming they wanted to turn. All suffered mild to moderate injuries. 182. Using the site memo system, SCP-1848 sent out a message to all senior site staff explaining that the heating system was being adjusted, that the heat was cold and cold was heat. Why do you say it like that? Heat was cold and cold was heat. Why don't you say hot is cold and cold is hot? Many staff members were confused by the wording. Yeah, same here. But over 6% of them adjusted their thermostats to compensate for it. 214. Infiltrated by Dr. Mary Norris' office and took the form of 200 ceramic giraffes on her desk. Dr. Norris shouted angrily about office decorum until the containment arrived and re-established containment lock. 277. Infiltrated the containment observation rooms of SCP-530 and SCP-652, began an argument where the 2 containment teams fought over whose SCP would win in a fight. Power scales on Twitter. Causing a security breach when the containment teams released SCPs into the hallway in an attempt to induce combat. Miliband. Both teams were heavily reprimanded. SCP-530 and SCP-652 did not engage in combat, and following the encounter allowed visitation times with each other under supervision. 343. SCP-1848 somehow accessed a Foundation database and deleted the files of one Johnson Gideon. Following this, the rest of the staff working with Dr. Gideon refused to believe that the doctor was real, many of them simply believing that he did not exist and never had existed. Subsequent anomalies were regularly reported until SCP-531 was created to explain them. Dr. Gideon was reassigned to Site-47 with a new alias. However, information on this alias is expunged. As people are aware of its connection, Dr. Gideon believes that it does not exist. Power skills, man. Howard, I need to tell you like something after this SCP, something that like irritates me. It's not like fully irritated because at the end like you can just ignore it, but it still irritates me. Okay, 205 Council from 0510 to subject. SCP-1848 containment date April 7th, 1994. SCP-1848 appears to have taken the bait. Dr. Cartwright entered the containment chamber in March, and SCP-1848 entered the entity emerged, appearing to look like Dr. Cartwright. Once SCP-184-8 emerged, he went to Dr. Cartwright's office and finished his paperwork, then sent out a number of emails to Cartwright's staff, either commenting or criticizing the responses to a number of recent situations, even going so far as to update its own file with the new containment procedures. SCP-184-8 was later seen eating food at a mess. Oh, is that why? Is that why this was like different? Ah, okay, cool. Because the SCP itself wrote it. SCP-184-8 was later then eating food at a mess hall, carrying an innocuous conversation with other staff members, and doing Cartwright's job, believing that he's tricked the doctor into taking his place. Currently, SCP-184-8 has suggested several prompt and useful response to problematic SCPs, including SCP-blank and SCP-1552, which we read that one. Let's see where that is. 1552. That was 1552. Oh, the fucking dog in the mirror. Yeah. Why that one out of all the SCPs? Raises his department productivity by 12% and seems to be enjoying his joke. Seems to finally attained containment. 205 Council 057. Date. Yeah. Okay. Sounds. I love how this whole paragraph just basically being answered with a simple K. 054. Okay, this seems like a good use of an otherwise dangerous object. Hardly a proof. 059. Makes perfect sense. Good job. It makes perfect sense to me. Read the footnotes, you say? Wait, hold on. What do you mean? I read all the footnotes. Oh, wait. No, there's one more. Oh, interesting. They add Oh, cool. Thank you, Howard. So Dr. King was assigned. This one was the last one here, right? Dr. King was. So there's. You believed it all, didn't you? They did too, suckers. Oh my god. Yeah, its own logs. That's why. Oh, cool. That, you know what? There's actually a hidden message after footnote 15 too. After footnote 15, what do you mean? Like, wait, hold on. There's actually a hidden message after footnote 15. Really? Is it like, how do I get it? Where do I find it? What's its power? You tell me while I'll get everything else ready. It uses the same method SCP-231 did to hide the Scarlet King poem, basically using size 0 tech. Okay, so it says always just willing to let you think that. Oh my god, what an SCP, dude. Definitely the top.